I am back with the Superman Warworld Saga, and the last thing we saw, Superman taking the fragment and taking it to a secure location. And in Fortress of Solitude, was Tal Al is being on the verge of passing out because she's being overwhelmed with energy, but before she does, she asks Superman to please go to Warworld and save her people. Now Superman rushes to grab the ore from Tal Al because he wants to make sure that if she receives damage, it's not enough to take her life. But at the same time, he's getting a little bit hurt by it, but what he doesn't realize, it sends like an astral-like form of Superman to Warworld right in front of Mongo and his generals. Mongo's like, so I guess I should see you soon, huh? Superman's like, trust, the moment I get there, you are in big trouble. Then his form just disappears. Mongo's like, it is done, basically saying things have been set into place, waiting for him. Now, a few days gone by, Superman has a funeral for the two Kryptonians that were unalived by Mongo's men. And he's like, I never met these men, but when I go to Warworld, I'll try to find a way to know everything I can about them. They will not be forgotten. And Tal Al's in a coma, so she's in recovery in a medical center, or whatever the medical center called in the fortress. Some time went by, and there's some knocking on the door. They look to see who it is, and it's Justice League at the door. Now, Superman's like, I guess Lois told y'all, and she's like, yeah, she said that you're about to leave. And he's like, is there any way y'all can help? And then they're like, well, we can't because we still have to work with the world government. So sadly, you're not out to leave, but at the same time, you can't be with us at the moment. So sadly, we have to stay on Earth. But if you're still here and there's a problem, you know we still got your back. Now, while the League was leaving, Batman stayed behind to talk to Clark a little bit more. He's like, so where you put the fragment? Clark's like, look, I put it in a safe location. Trust me when I say you have nothing to worry about. Then Batman reminds Clark, like, hey, your powers are dropping worse than they were before. If you go to Warworld, it might be a one-way trip. Superman's like, you know how I am, Bruce. There's nothing you can say to change my mind. I gotta do this. Then Batman says, well, okay, but some intel told me that it's like you're putting together a team to go to Warworld. So at the bright side, at least you're not going alone. At the same time, though, I still want to know about this team. But that's a video for another day. So this has Clark starting to say his goodbyes to everyone. After the leave, he goes to John. He's like, look, John, everything's going to be okay. But while I'm gone, you should take up the title of Superman for a while and maybe join the league. John's like, you know what, man, forget the league. They kicked you out. Superman's like, look, it's okay. Whatever you decide, I'll be behind your back. Then the last person he says goodbye to is Lois. Now, obviously, Lois is a little worried because she knows the type of threats that he'd be dealing with. But at the same time, he's like, look, Lois, everything's going to be fine. I admit I don't know when I'll be back, but just know that I will be back to you, to John, to this planet. Don't worry. Then, you know, they spent the last moments together in a way where their neighbors are hearing a lot of noises throughout the night. So after the backbreaker was done, he went to his group, the Authority, and they were like, okay, you ready? And Superman's like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's get to it. Now I'll explain who this team is later in the trade talking. But we are finally going into the part where they actually make it to Warworld. Thank you for watching.